Hey guys, this is from Module 8.1, two-way frequency tables. Our essential question is how can categorical data, for two categories be summarized? Our shortest answer is you can summarize categorical data for two categories in a two-way frequency table. And we'll get to those eventually. So, going off of categorical data and frequencies, we have to go through some definitions. So, data can be expressed with numerical measures, and those are known as quantitative data. Okay, so numerical measurements. So, anything with numbers, okay, involves quantitative. Okay, now in this lesson, you'll examine qualitative data. Okay, qualitative data or categorical data cannot be expressed using numbers. So we'll see an example of that as we go down. Now, data describing animal types, model of car, or favorite song are examples of categorical data. So again, you can't be like, "What kind of dog is that?" and you give me like five. All right, that doesn't work. Okay. Now, let's try looking at this example right here. Circle the categorical data variable. Okay, justify your choice. Temperature, we can represent that with numbers. Okay, we do that all the time. 32 degrees Celsius. I'm looking at my computer motherboard right now. I'm rocking 68 degrees Celsius. We could quantitate that. We could put numbers to it. Weight, yeah, we could put numbers to that. I'm rocking 250 right now, pounds, and I really need to start hitting my weights right now. Oh, it's been a while. Okay, so height. Yeah, I'm still rocking 6 feet. No amount of caffeine is going to shorten me up. All right, so yeah, that's numbers. Color. Um, Yeah, we don't represent that as numbers, even though ironically we do have our R, G, B, and those numbers can go from anywhere from 0 to 255, 0 to 255. So sadly, the book is wrong, but in a way, it's like, what color is that? You don't give me a number five. You usually say, oh, it's red or it's green, right? Anything from the RGB spectrum. So, yeah, I would say color. Color is not necessarily given to us in the sense of numbers, okay? And of course, the physicists and computer engineers, they'll be like, well, what about this? And you're just like, never mind, later on when you get older. Okay, but for now, color. You ask the person what color the sky is, they're going to say blue. Not, oh, B is 200, green is 30, and red is 5. They don't say that. Okay, they literally say blue or depending on the color. All right, identify whether data is categorical or quantitative. All right, large, medium, small. Are there numbers involved? Nope, no numbers. So I'm going to say categorical. Okay, categorical, because I don't have any numbers or sense of numbers. Now, do we see numbers here? Yep. So this is definitely quantitative. In fact, Algebra 1 is actually starting quantitative reasoning with mathematics. So that's the evolution, if you will, of your learning. All right, frequency. Frequency tables show how often each item occurs in a set of categorical data. Use the categorical data listed on the left to complete the frequency table. So if we look at this example here, looks like we have how many buses? All right, so we have one bus. Oops, thank you, pen, for going crazy on me again. All right, there we go. Another kid takes the bus to school. 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, 8 kids. Okay, 8 kids is the frequency that we have that take buses. All right, now let's try cars. We have 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 kids take cars, 6 cars, 7 cars. All right. Then lastly, kids who walk. If you ever talk to your grandparents, they're probably like, oh, back in my day, I used to walk 18 miles up Mount Mordor to get to school. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kids walk. Okay. This kind of thinking, this kind of recording of data is very important in decision making, especially for administrators. And fun fact, guys, legally, schools don't actually have to offer buses to their students. They do it out of the kindness of their hearts, and also because they did a table with parents, and they realized, hey, a lot of kids, if they don't take the bus, are going to walk, and that's a safety concern for the general population of adults who have kids. All right, so parents. So yeah. All right, so two-way frequency tables. I know you're looking below going, whoa, that's a lot of information. Yeah, it is. All right, so basically, if a data set has two categorical variables, you can list the frequencies of the paired values in a two-way frequency table. Okay, so they call it two ways because you have one way right here. Okay, those are the grade levels. And then you have another way right here, which is the options of fruit. This is what we consider two-way. All right, you have two things going on: their grades and the type of fruit. All right. And if you think about it, it's read this way. Okay, so ninth graders, 19 of them prefer apples, 12 of them prefer oranges, and 23 freshmen prefer bananas. Okay, that's how you read it. All right, so if we look at the table, it's talking about 100 kids, 100 students are selected, okay, from this grade level, ninth and 10th, all right? So if we look at the counts here, how many people total like apples? So we're going to add down. We got 41 kids total liking apples, and we have 21 kids preferring oranges. Okay, and again, I'm just adding up um, the counts for both ninth and 10th. Let's add up the bananas. So we got 38 kids wanting bananas. It looks like apples have won, right? More kids are voting for apples here. Now, the total, if you look, we have 19 plus 12 plus 23 ninth graders voting for this, okay? So we have, again, 19 plus the 12 plus the 23. So I get 54 kids in ninth grade voting for this. Now, again, we have 100 kids total. And you could add up all your votes from your 10th graders if you want. Or if you want to do some just quick math, what's 100 minus 54? And you should be like, oh, it's 46. Okay, and you could always double check. Let me do that real quick in my head. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, so that's how you can also complete a table. You could always use the subtraction property to find the missing pieces. All right, so example 2. Jenna asked some randomly selected students whether they prefer dogs, cats, and other pets. She also recorded their gender. That's another variable that some people consider when they take, polling information. The results are shown in two-way frequency tables. All right. So let's see. How many people like dogs? Well, we'll go ahead and add up the 8 and 10. So it looks like a total of 18 humans liked dogs. Notice how I don't really care about what sex or gender they are. I'm just adding up who voted for what right now. I'm just going down the table. We have 12 humans that like cats. Other animals, maybe fish, birds, who knows, turtles, tortoises. Okay, so we got 10 humans there. Now we're going to care about the genders. So we got 8 plus 7 plus 1. So that's equaling 16 girls surveyed. We have, let's see, 15 plus 9. So we have 24 boys surveyed. A little boy heavy there. And if we add up all their counts here, we have 16 plus 24. So we should get 40 votes. And if you want to double check, we should get 40 going this way as well. Okay, that's a great way to double check. If These do not add up to 40, but these do. If they're not matching, something's wrong, okay? All right, so your turn number 1, complete the two-way frequency table. Again, just like how I did in the last examples, okay? Just note that Antonio here surveyed 60 people. So where should the 60 go? Okay, if you answered there or looked over there or already knew, good, you're on the right path. So again, it's up to you where you want to start. You can start going down this way, just like how I did on the last table, and then you can worry about going this way. It's totally up to you. All right, your turn number 2. Go ahead and complete the two-way frequency table. Again, Jen surveyed, it looks like 100 students, so that's something to note. Okay, I always like to start where the total is. So how many people are we talking about? I never take any surveys or polls. Like I think the last election, there was a lot of people talking about, oh, out of a survey of 200 people all in one city. That's not really convincing. 200 people out of millions of people, not going to be accurate. Okay, so the total is the first thing you want to think about when you take a poll. All right, so reading two-way frequency tables. So this is where we have to kind of fill in the blank and think about how to read the tables and how to finish all the missing data, okay? So again, we have 100 people, and that's where I like to start. And notice how we already have a total of boys being 60. Well, that means there's 40 missing, and they all have to be girls, okay? So basically, because, and why? Because I already know my total is going to be 100. Okay, so 100 minus the 60 boys, that means 40 of them that are missing in my data are the girls, okay? Now, from that, I can actually find my missing amount of milk, all right? So we have already the 10 and the 17. I know there's going to be 40 girls. 10 plus 17 is going to be 27. So 40 minus 27 should be 13. All right, see how I'm solving in the missing pieces? And now I'm just going to add down. So for juice, we got 10 plus 15, that's 25. 13 plus 24, that's 37. And then 17 plus 21 is 38. Now, if I did this right, these three values should add up to 100, okay? So let's see, 37 plus 38, we can always write it out here. We got, sorry, I don't have a calculator with me and it's getting late. Oh, 75. And we have that extra 25 from juice. So yep, looks like it checks off. All right. All right, so again, it's really about what information you have and how can you use the subtraction property or the addition property to double check and to start finishing the missing pieces. All right, just like this one. So your turn number 3, again, first things first, how many people are we talking about? How many students? Okay, so 100 students were asked what fruit they chose at lunch. The two-way table shows some of the results of the survey. Complete the table. All right, so figure out the missing pieces, and you should be able to complete the entire table just going off of what's already given. Same thing here for your turn number 4. Just notice that now you have 200 high school teachers. Okay. Chalkboard or projector in the class. Okay. Two-way frequency table shows some of the results. Good. All right. So go ahead and just try to finish this table. And once you have it, just get your stamp and have a great day. All right, guys. Be good.